Welcome back, everybody. Awesome to have you back again. We got Steve back. It's been like 5 weeks. You said 57 days?
56 days.
56 days since he's flown. He's been very busy. Oh, tower's trying to clear. There we go. Perfect. Steve's been focusing on his written exam. He is doing many things at the same time. He's working full time, trying to do this, trying to get ready for his written exam. So took some time off of flying to get his written exam done. That's all finished now, and so it's back to flying again. Look at this incredible day that we have. Beautiful, sunny. It's awesome. We're heading up Stave today. We're just kind of refreshing on everything. We're going to do some auto rotations, going to do some takeoffs, landings, some circuits, just a little bit of everything, some navigation, some instruments. It's going to be a good flight today. Okay, so we're going to do, after these greenhouses, there's a bit of trees and then there's an open field.
Yep.
We're going to just do a practice auto rotation to there. So keep your normal cruise, keep cruise power setting,
okay.
Keep your altitude as normal and everything. I'm just going to basically count it down. I'll go 3, 2, 1. Smooth entry, so it's collective down, cyclic back. Just keep the nose nice and straight with your pedals.
Okay.
Not a huge adjustment on the pedals.
Okay.
And then we're trying to bring it back to about 65 knots for a nice smooth glide and into that field. We've got pretty light winds today.
Yep.
I don't see really anything going on there, so that'll be fine. And then we might need to do a little bit of range variation to be able to make our target. So let's enter in 3, 2, 1, in you go. Nice and smooth, collective down, cyclic back, 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 back. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Throttle's coming off. And now we're just trying to see, are we going to hit our target? Are we going to overshoot, undershoot? We're also looking at rotor, motor, airspeed, and trim on the way down. So rotor's a little high, raise a little collective there. There you go. That's good.
Yep.
Bring it back down so that we keep it in the middle of the green. Airspeed is getting too slow now. We're at 65, but we're just slowing down, so don't want to get too slow. Let's go a little to the right and then a little back to the left, and that'll put us perfectly in the middle of that field. Good. Coming to the left again now. So that's our airspeed is at 65. We're in trim. We're in the middle of the field. Everything's looking good. Hold speed. Everything's going really nice. Now a nice flare. Hold, hold. Throttle's coming back on for you.
Okay.
And then level it out nice and smooth into a hover. Forward, forward, cyclic. Forward, 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 forward. All the way level into a sweet hover. And there we are.
Entry is a little screwed up, but
a little bit, but we'll get it back.
Yeah.
This part was really nice. That's really good. Good. We want to take a pause for a second. We just want to figure out what's around us, what's the best place to depart. Let's go ahead and pedal turn. How's our tail looking on my side?
Clear on your side.
Okay, well, let's pedal turn to the right. The other way.
Oh, sorry. The other right.
So we check on my side with the tail. Therefore, we want to pedal turn to the right. Tail has to go in the direction that we looked. And then we're just scanning all around. We're scanning the sky. We're scanning the ground, making sure that there's nothing that's going to be an obstacle for us. Looks all nice and clear. And this looks like the most open area. We got a house there, some houses and stuff over there. So having a look this way, I don't see any power lines or anything.
Right.
So let's head out towards just kind of the edge of the hill there. Nice and smooth on our departure.
This area is noted for power lines.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. So the first power lines are up at that road up there, so no issues here for us. All right, well, it's been a little while. Why don't we do a little bit of navigation? I can take control for a sec.
Okay.
I have control. Yep. Why don't we pop the map on your knee? And it's pretty basic navigation, but we're really just trying to get into the principle again. And see if we can plan a diversion. Do you have those diversion stickies?
I do.
Great. And do you have a pencil as well? That's fine. Okay. You know what? There's one right here. I think it popped off your keyboard. There it is.
Damn.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So let's go through the checklist. Time off. So let's get a time right now.
8:52.
Good. 8:53. Yep. Always focusing on flying as well, making sure that helicopter's nice and straight and level while we're doing this.
Okay.
And then we got to figure out where we're starting from. So we got this first creek coming out here from Stave. It's kind of an awkward spot on your map there because it's right where your cyclic is sitting. But yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Okay.
So right where this first creek is coming out is where we're starting from,
Okay.
and we're going to end up at Stave Strip. So
That's
see
right
if you
here?
can draw. Yeah, see if you can draw a little bit of a pencil line there.
There maybe?
Up,
Alright.
up to Stave Strip. Yeah, exactly from there.
Okay. Yeah, it's, yeah.
Good. Draw your line.
Okay.
All right. So looking back at our checklist there, we've got our time off, then we've got our line. What's our approximate heading going up the lake here? About 350?
About 350. Yeah.
Okay. So we don't need to write it down necessarily. We can if we want to, but we just want to verify, does that make sense? Like, this is practically north here, right?
Yep.
Maybe a few degrees to the right of north, but we got our variation to take into account. So this is looking pretty good as far as our heading goes.
Right.
Okay. And what's next on the checklist there?
Time to go.
Well, we got radio and FSS, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we do a local radio call? We got to think about switching over frequencies here as well to 126.7.
Right. Stave Lake traffic, Robinson R44, Foxtrot Alpha Yankee Quebec, heading northbound, just coming up on the powerhouse on our left-hand side.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's get 26.7 dialed up here as well.
Fly first, right?
There we go. Let's do one more radio call on 26.7.
Okay. Stave Lake traffic, helicopter, Alpha Yankee Quebec. Just a beam of the powerhouse heading north towards Stave Strip.
All right.
At 1,000. Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
And then lastly, the last thing on the radio there is FSS, right? So if we were on a flight plan,
Right.
we would want to call FSS, and we would notify them that we're changing our flight plan, because that's
Diversion.
hence the reason for the diversion, right?
Right.
So we'd say, yeah, can you cancel our flight plan to Squamish? We've actually changed route, and now we're going to go up Stave Strip. We're going to make it all the way up, or up Stave Lake up to Stave Strip, and we'll be there in 20 minutes. So ETA will be whatever.
Are we amending or canceling creating a new one?
It would be amending, right?
Amending,
We
okay.
still need to be on a flight plan. The reason why we filed a flight plan is because we have to be on one. We don't have a company to take care of us and be
Yep.
on a company flight note or something.
Yep.
So it's just an amendment. We can
Okay.
change our routing, change our ETA, all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
So, okay, what's next on the checklist then? We said time to go.
Yeah.
So let's figure out then with the thumb.
Right.
So 8:59 is our ETA. Do we have enough fuel to get to 8:59?
We do.
Okay. That's definitely looking like it. Well, we're going to go for a shoot and approach at the Stave Strip. So how's our wind situation now? What are we looking at?
Like near no wind.
Yeah, right? Pretty close.
Yep.
80, 74,
Yeah.
like 76 or something. So
Yeah, 2
if
knots.
anything, 2-3 knots on the nose. So very, very light. So let's see how this goes.
Okay.
It's our first approach in a long time. So,
Remember my favorite tree still there, right?
yep, still there. We haven't cut it down yet. One of these days you're going to come up here.
I
and
am
gonna. It is a pretty tall tree for a final on a airport.
Yeah, it'd be nice not to be there.
But on the flip side, it is an abandoned airstrip,
Yeah.
so it's not being taken care of anymore.
Right.
I'm not sure if the forester guys would like it if we started chopping trees down.
I didn't hear anything on the underside, so.
Good, we want to extend it, right? We want to end up in the middle of the runway, so we should be shallowing out. As we get to the top of the tree,
Yeah.
we should be shallowing it out and just kind of making our approach all the way kind of from mid part of the runway.
Okay. A beautiful descent rate.
Now we've got, yeah, this is good. Now we've got a little bit of a slope here, so we should go a little farther. Probably where that big first shadow is there.
Yep.
The really big tree shadow. That would be a good spot to touch her down.
Okay.
Okay. Oh man, that was so close to an amazing landing.
I know.
overall, it was good, right?
Yeah.
Especially for a first one back in a long time.
Yeah, it was nose down.
The touch was perfect,
Yep.
right? It was exactly what we wanted.
Yep.
But then we need to be a little bit
On
more
the twist.
malleable on the controls, right?
Right.
So we can see how we twisted a little bit.
Yep.
Just ever so slightly keeping those pedals, working so that we're staying straight. We felt that slope was there.
Yep.
So as it touched, we can feel, oh, the right skid touched first. Let's just ease that cyclic ever so slightly to the right as we lower the collective. And so we can just kind of ease the second skid onto the ground and we're good.
Makes sense.
But let's do some bunny hops here. That felt really nice. I'm going to leave my door open.
Okay.
So really taking your time. I want a nice, super slow takeoff.
That's got to be just me.
Yep. Take your time. Okay, that was a nice one.
Okay, clear, no
Looking
traffic.
clear, yeah. My door's coming closed. Okay, making sure we're making a note of that power. We're hovering at about 23.5, almost 24. So just really easing it away right now. We shouldn't really be having to use much more power than this.
Okay.
Good, and don't get too low quite yet. Just kind of shallow out that descent for now, just a little bit. Until we really get figured out exactly where the runway is. We have a good general idea there, but we don't want to get too low and then obviously lose the reference of where to come in, right?
Yep.
So.
Wow, that's tough, eh?
Yeah, it's not easy. Not an easy find. Okay, that's nice coming around now. And that's good. Let's go ahead and start descending. That low patch in the trees right there is where it is. You see the strip now.
Got it.
So let's go ahead and get a good descent going. There you go. As soon as we feel that and we're like, okay, actually that's really good, we can shallow it out again because we can see we got some trees here we don't want to get too low of.
Yep.
Come around to the left a little bit more. So this side we don't have quite as much room as the other side. So we just have to be mindful, we're going to come in on a slightly steeper approach, but not bad. I mean, look at the space we have. We can start shallowing that out already.
Yep.
Pushing forward, raising that collective. We've got a ways to go. We're using the reference of the benches and stuff there.
Right.
So let's go ahead and keep descending now gently. Just always making those adjustments, right? We're looking at those benches. We're saying, what's it going to take to get me to those benches? We don't want to be short of them. We don't want to be long of them. So anytime we feel our descend is not getting us to those benches, we make a collective adjustment. That was a nice liftoff.
Uh-huh.
Much slower, much smoother. Like that.
A little bit of a spin or twist.
Any idea if Brad sold his helicopter yet?
Not yet.
No?
No.
Crazy. If there's any of you out there that are looking for an R44, or a really nice R44 actually, with what? It's got low hours and high years, right?
Correct.
Got 2 years left on it before overhaul?
2 years left.
And like a bunch of hours?
Yep. And it's been flown by a famous dog.
Yeah, that's true. Let me know, guys, either in the comments or just hit me up if you guys are looking for a 44. I think it's pretty well priced, right?
Yep, it is. And really well maintained.
Yeah, super well
Yeah,
maintained.
the guy that's maintaining it apparently is good.
Yeah. Anyways, let me know. I don't know. He didn't ask me to say anything about it, but I was just thinking about it while we were doing this. That he's looking to get rid of it. So, anyways, yeah.
And it's not that he's going to stop flying; he's upgrading. So.
Yeah, I hear rumors of that. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
That's awesome.
Can't wait to see him in his next aircraft.
Yeah. As you do.
Cool. Let's move over to the shadowy area there.
Okay.
You see how there's a bit more slope there, right?
Yep.
Well, actually, even just up here where this little shadow is.
Okay.
Now, naturally, in the North American helicopter, the left skid hangs low, right?
Right.
It's a right slope, so that tells me that right here, we're going to have a half-decent slope to land on. So I want to do a little bit of a sloping ground landing here.
Okay.
What we're going to do is you're going to touch my skid first. Obviously, that's going to be the one that's going to touch first. And I want you to just pause there for a second. And then I want you to slowly, slowly, slowly ease the cyclic in towards the hill and then get your skid on the ground. So taking your time there. I was a little bit rushed. Yeah.
Okay. But I certainly felt the left skid first.
Exactly. Let's do it together here. Let's
Okay.
come back up.
Yep.
So the cyclic goes slightly into the hill.
Yep.
We start coming up nice and slowly there.
All right.
You feel your skid come up.
Yep.
Then as we neutralize that cyclic, my skid comes up.
Yep.
Now on the way back down again, we want to be a little more stable, a little bit slower. And we're just going to go nice and gentle down until we feel my skid touch. There it is. A little bit of cyclic into the hill, and then your skid touches. And if we want to, if we're nice and stable about it, we could actually sit here like this as long as we want to, with your skid in the air and my skid on the ground.
Yeah.
Now, if we want to do that, of course, we need to be really steady on all the controls, right?
Right.
We need to be working those pedals, eyes are out nice and far, working those pedals to keep your nose nice and straight. That cyclic is what we're using to balance right now.
Yep.
It's actually interesting. You can use either the cyclic or the collective to balance the helicopter. Now, what's interesting is the cyclic is actually far less responsive than the collective is. You see how big of cyclic adjustments I'm making just to try and balance it? Whereas the collective, I can make the tiniest of collective adjustments.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you feel how big of a movement that makes?
Yep.
So we want to make little adjustments with our collective if necessary, but then the fine-tune adjustments we're actually making with the cyclic, because we can make them softer with the cyclic, but we can make them quicker with the collective. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Okay, beautiful.
And the funny thing about this exercise is,
Yep.
if you're not careful, you're setting yourself up for a dynamic rollover.
Exactly.
Because you pin the left skid
Exactly.
already.
That's right. So go ahead and lift it up now. You have control.
I have control.
So cyclic is into the hill. That's good. Coming slowly up on that collective.
Wow.
Neutralizing that cyclic. A little sooner next time. Yep.
Okay.
A little late on neutralizing there.
Yep.
And then let's go ahead and land it again. So eyes are out. Just holding a nice steady hover. Don't overthink it. When you start overthinking it, that's when you start dancing around a little bit.
Okay.
Which you can see how you're dancing around more than we were just a minute ago when we were doing that nice hover, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just bring it down nice and soft. Okay. Touching my skid first, cycling into the hill, then your skid down. And as you lower the collective, a little seating check on that collective, and then you can neutralize that cyclic out as the collective goes all the way down. Okay, beautiful. Let's bring it back up.
Okay.
A little more cyclic into the hill, and then as you start feeling your skid lifting up, then we're neutralizing that cyclic. There you go. That was a nice lift off.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. We'll work more on that another day, but that was nice there. Let's check for traffic. How's the tail looking on your side?
Tail's clear on my side.
Okay, let's pedal turn my way.
Okay.
Make sure that we're all safe and behind here. Don't go up. I'm gonna hold a nice, stable hover as we do that pedal turn. Okay, we're looking all clear and behind.
Sure.
That's good. And take your time, and then we'll just ease it away.
Okay, lights out, and doors good. Lots of fuel. Feels fine. And I'll leave the car kind of work.
Yeah. This time we can just keep it going straight. As we get that speed, just gently let that nose come up now. And we'll get a beautiful climb.
Nice.
There it is. All right, guys, we're gonna head home. Steve's gonna do a little bit of instruments on the way home. You guys don't need to watch that today, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and we're gonna talk to you guys on the next one. We'll see you later.